6 days a week, it's going to be used to forge horseshoes, but 1 day a week, an anvil is used to forge victories here in Indianapolis. And it's been rung once again at the city's Lucas Oil Stadium, telling us all it is time for football. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And off we go from Lucas Oil Stadium. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And they'll be led out by the longtime veteran at QB.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. Brought off a tackle, but he lost the football! Oh, the Jags got it! Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner. Hopefully this is the type of energy we're going to see the whole way today.
Defensive coaches, Kate, love to say, steal a possession, find a way to steal a possession. Well, they stole it on the very first play, and now put their offense in the driver's seat.
So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. They're brought out by the 5th-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
You really do love these moments as a quarterback, bouncing on that field, energized by what your defense just did, giving you a gift at the turnover and some really optimal field position. Wouldn't it be rude, Kate, of them not to accept that gift and put an early lead up to really crush their opponent's spirit?
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
First down run, netted to nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They go right back to Etienne. This is very close, but it looks like he's going to be marked. Yep, marked shy in that first down at the 30.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Lawrence here running the sneak. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Might be a sign of which way they're going to lean in clutch spots moving forward, partner. Early test on 3rd down, and they chose to run for that first.
Yeah, no question that just infuses your confidence big time offensively. When you can run it in that situation and move the chains, yeah, they'll do it again.
They send the tight end in motion. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Pass brought in by Parker Washington. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Jaguars have a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
At the 17-yard line.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
10 more yards.
Well, if they keep this up, Brock, they might just keep us all guessing all game long if they're pulling out plays like that on this opening drive.
Yeah, I love a jet sweep on the opening drive because it stretches that defense horizontally, gets their eyes going east to west, and you know some vertical shots will be coming.
They'll run. Etienne. Well, so much for are finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Looking, but will not find it. So incomplete on 2nd and goal, Brock. Chances starting to run thin to score here.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Lawrence on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. They tried for the end zone, but no luck yet, Brock. That forces 4th and goal. Ooh, sure looked like they were sitting on that slate, weren't they, Brock? If a route was going to beat them, it was not going to be that one.
Yeah, we see this route all the time, really at every level of football, because as a receiver, you just want to get inside that defender. And when you do, you hope to find that connection, but the contact knocked that sucker away.
Little knocks it through. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. And this will give them some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor heading out with the rest of the offense. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3. So time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll go play action. He's going to be caught by Tyler Williams. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made at the 36.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's the bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
2nd down carry for Taylor. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Lasers this one deep down the middle. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Kicks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. But it does force a 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and it's incomplete.
Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez off for the punt. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. Well, on behalf of all of us here at EA Sports, hope that you are having an excellent Thanksgiving Day. And today, of course, also our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration across the NFL, where we recognize the impact John had on generations of football fans, from his days as a legendary coach of the Raiders, to his decades as a broadcaster, to his influence on new generations of fans as the namesake of our game. And all of us here proud to remember his impact on the sport. Here's ETN to begin the drive. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing fourth down.
We know in this league, can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's third down.
On fourth down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. Looking to return from the 29. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Well, they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. That one finds Josh Downs. And the tackle's made just beyond the field at the 48. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is good for Indianapolis, first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and come right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back now, pressure coming. Right side, this is reeled in by Warren. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or what make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Well, air it out on third. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Rigoberto Sanchez on the punt. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. On the ground to begin this drive with ETN. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Lawrence working from the gun. Has a man downfield. This is Washington. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Looking to throw. Lawrence. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Brian Thomas Jr. That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. They send a man in motion. On 3rd and 2, here's Lawrence. He fires, he's got it. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Here's Etienne on first down. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Lawrence looking to throw. That's completed right side. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars stretch their early lead to 9. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Jaguars go up 10-zip here in the first.
Colts, nothing.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Has this at the 6. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
First down now, ball at the 33. Start on the ground, Taylor. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. This is Pierce running right. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
You know, it's pretty clear just watching this unfold. They want to find a way to get this player in space where he's most dangerous. Defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came off on that one.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's on target to Pierce. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
1st and 10
Move
at the 50-yard line.
chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. One quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. It's a 10-0 ball game. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. From the gun, Taylor. By a man, he's in the clear. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. All the way. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts start to fight back for their first points of this game. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts cut it to a field goal game.
Colts 7.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Bayshul Tootin now on the return. He's going well so far. Tackles made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Off the play action, it's Lawrence. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
All still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now it's Lawrence. He's going deep this time. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing fourth down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
They'll send Logan Cook out again for the punt. Secures this at the 17. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The Colts have running backs Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown. Brock, let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. So first and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead with Taylor. Still has some space inside the 35. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take the lead on the first play of the drive. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Hey, Kate, we're not even halftime, and this guy has already got a game's worth of success. And the great thing is that, yes, it benefits him individually, statistically, but you know it just sets the table for everybody else because that play-action pass should be devastating.
Groupie, try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts take a 4-point lead.
Makes the score Colts 14, Jaguars 10.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Tootin now on the return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. So first and 10 now from the 30. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Now Lawrence. And the Colts get to him. Down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact, gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. So that brings up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out of the rest of the offense. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 28-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw here. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's 3rd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Completed to his running back. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
A gain of 7.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
Another punt coming up for Rigoberto Sanchez. Parker Washington to return this for the Jags. And the fair catch made here at the 15. Out now runs the Jaguars offense.
At their own 16-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence throwing here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
You know, when we watch the Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Things already look a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Here's Lawrence to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. Take it to the house.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Got his man, Thomas has it. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That one hits for 30. That's good for a Jacksonville first down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field, because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They've got first down here from the 36. Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. It's going to be contained after a modest gain to the 31. Kenny Moore there to make the stop.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
5 still to go here. This is second down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. By Washington, left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll come up on first and 10. He's got Thomas on the slant. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. And it's incomplete, so that's going to bring up fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Facing fourth down, the Jags elected to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Little knocks it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
So now then, after the penalty, this is first and goal. Lawrence now off the play action. Complete right side to Washington. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Hey, you like these results on first. The completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That play wide open.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. ETN will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Now from back at the 7, here's third and goal. Lawrence working from the gun. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Facing fourth down, the Jags elected to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Little knocks it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Colts offense set to head out. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. It's his running back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Taylor from the pistol. Well, a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. So it'll be 3rd and 4, but not just yet. It's only 2 minutes to go in our 1st half. It's the Colts holding the lead here at Lucas Oil. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the 1st. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Colts ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. And the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he'll met in the lines, limit the game to a yard. Remain Pratt with the play defensively.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk.
This is caught inside the 15. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their 1st. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after getting up the 1st.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Brings it in. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get some late points and the lead.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars push their lead to 6.
Jaguars 20, Colts 14.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Gould on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Colts ready to take the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. And they're going to throw out of the gun. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down.
13 yards on
the Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Throwing it again here. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
He would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They are throwing it again. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. They give to Taylor, right side. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hansen and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our second half gets underway. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Tootin now on the return. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. ready for another drive on offense. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. First call here coming from the shotgun. Lawrence throwing here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Okay, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on second. Now a give. It's ETN headed left. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Time coverage here from the Colts. Third down. Here he goes. Third and long. That's Cox. He's got Washington. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
Jaguars, first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Connecting on the slant. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now he's up the middle to ETN. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. And he's going to be out of bounds after looks like about a yard there. Second down coming up.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Now it's Lawrence. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete.
Washington.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
3rd and long for him here. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Back to throw it. Got his man. Thomas has it. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. How about 19 yards on 4th down, partner? And the call to go for it pays off.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. First carry now. This is Bashal Tu'u. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with.
Brings up 3rd down.
Third and long. They're going to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Facing 4th down, the Jags electing to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Little knocks it through, and that'll make it a 2-score game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Dumped off to his running back. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Down with the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Six yards to go here. It's third down. To the air on third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
They'll bring out the punter here, and he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. First down now, ball at the 33. Now a carry by Etienne. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
On second down, it's Etienne. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on third down.
Third and 3.
Lawrence working from the gun. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. And now they're left with 4th and short.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. You get that big play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
All set to go now from the 35. To throw here on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 3 now. They'll go play action. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
A gain of 6.
6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted to, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Now a handoff to Taylor. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. Taylor again. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. They're throwing it. Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. They run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Taylor gets it on first and 10. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Dropping back to throw. Quick slant taken in by Pittman. And he takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts shrinking the lead some in the third. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Group B to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts cut the lead down to just 2.
Jaguars 23, Colts 21.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Tootin now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10. Heads out on the bootleg. Into the hands of his running back, ETN. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
That one's incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess. Even when you're you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Hits him on the out route. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's Jaguars football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on to it for one final quarter. The Jaguars in a punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Here's a throw. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Here's ETN to begin the drive. Escapes a defender. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Counter give to ETN. And all he can get is a yard here, Bryce. It's going to be 3rd down.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
3rd and 4 coming up now. put a receiver in motion right. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still third down.
Well, third down wasn't too bad, but that's not the case anymore. The penalty gives them this 3rd and 9. They'll air it out on 3rd. He's going to run for it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll send him over right. Here's ETN on 1st down. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. It's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Off the play action, it's Lawrence. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Setting up to throw. Completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the gun, Taylor. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Finally lets one go deep left. Brought in inside the 20. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone. He's down to that 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
17-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
From the red zone now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw intended for Tyler Warren. And now it's second down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. This is Allen to return. Making some progress here. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. ready for another drive on offense. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Design run for Lawrence. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Lawrence looking to throw. He's got a screen to the running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First down, Jaguars.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. On play action now, Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face second down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does two things. Number one, it strikes fear in the defense, and number two, you gain respect of your teammates.
Looking to throw. Big game going, and Thomas snags another. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
It's a gain of 6.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Got all of it, and this is good. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Okay, remember when Sebastian Janikowski was taken in the first round by the Raiders? It was because he could make kicks of this distance. Today, boy, we see kickers seemingly every week getting this job done, but it doesn't in any way minimize the accomplishment.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Colts offense set to head out. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion left. They'll start on the ground. Taylor. He's out in the clear. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. A big 34-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
I'll tell you what, kid, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that
Trying to find his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find the target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. They're going to try and throw it here. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
Group B to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts jump in front now by 5.
Colts 31, Jaguars 26.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. shooting now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And downfield, and Myers has it. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Jaguars trailing by 5. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to be on 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Back to throw. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
First down, Jacksonville.
Here he is to throw. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And not much doing. He's stopped quickly.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it, expecting to break out something big and substantial. It's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Setting up to pass. On the move, headed right. Oh no, the ball is loose. Oh, the Colts got to it first.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down and 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do ever is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Colts ready to take the field. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Taylor. And it is a first down for the Colts, and they can go ahead now and breathe easy. They're going to win this ball game. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run. So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
So for Brock Eward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.